Hello everyone, this is Sue here. I'm just coming on to do my first ever video, which is a bit of a challenge for me and I am a little bit nervous, so please bear with me. I really wanted to share with you all my take on eco-printing on paper. It's something that is born out of an experiment I did earlier in the summer, and just thought I would make a little video just to show you how I did it and give you the opportunity to try it for yourself. Let me know, please let me know what you think. You can catch up with me on Entertaining Angels on Instagram or on Facebook. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, some plain simple watercolour paper. I've only got the cheapest one here. You might get a better effect with a more expensive one, I don't know, but I don't think it matters. So watercolour paper, obviously a variety of flowers which I've taken from my garden. You are going to need an iron, and you will also need a bottle of plain water, spray bottle with plain water in it. Okay, I recommend that you have a hard board of some kind to protect your work surface or protect your table. I hate for anybody to get their tables damaged, and also I recommend that you use maybe an old tea towel. This is what I've got here, an old tea towel underneath as well, just to keep everything protected. All right, so excuse me. So let's start then. So I'm going to start with, I think I'll use 2 pieces to begin with, of watercolour paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the surface with the water. Just give it quite a liberal spray on both pieces. And as I say, I've just chosen some odd flowers from my garden. My absolute favourite are the hydrangeas, and I love the effect that I get from using these. I would say that as it's coming to the end of the season, the pigmentation in the flowers isn't as high as it would have been previously, but hopefully it will still work. I'm sure with these you can see they're absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to pick some of those off and just spread them around on my sheet. Just like that. Let's take the seed things off. I've got some flowers that are from a sage plant I have in the garden as well. Love those on. We'll have some of the pink hydrangea flowers. Okay, so whatever you've got, it doesn't matter. I would say I've only tried this with the petals. I have tried it a couple of times with leaves and it's not been very successful. I think the flowers are more porous, and so you do get a better effect if you use those. Okay. These are coming to the end, so I thought I'd just pull these flowers off my plant and use some of those as well. Okay, so just display your flowers however you want to on your piece of paper, and then put your other piece on top. So wet side down. This is why you will see why I've got the tea towel, because sometimes the water just seep out and that tends to spread around a little bit. So, and then basically just iron on top of it with your iron. Now, this can take a few minutes. You will notice that you can you see the wet coming through on the paper? And I would say that you need to keep ironing until it looks as if it's dried out, okay? So just keep going with that. I've got my iron on a hot setting, so no steam needed. I've not used steam on my iron, it's just a dry iron, and just keep going over it until you can see. And actually I have let it sit. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone because please be conscious of fire safety. You know, you could let it sit there just while you're standing and watching it. Don't go away and leave it. And then you may need to turn your paper over and do the other side. Okay, so this is helping to get, you know, all the moisture out of the flowers and just drying them out. As I say, you can see sometimes, you know, a little bit of imprint coming through on the paper. Just keep going over. I'd say 2 to 3 minutes maybe. sometimes a little bit longer. It depends on your flowers. You might want to have a little peek and see how they're doing. Again, I think it's still a little bit wet that side, so I'm going to go over that again. There we go. Right, this is where the magic happens. So if I lift that up, okay, now you will get your flowers sticking to the paper. It doesn't matter, you know, either side of the paper. Now, the thing that I love about this, now these are still a little bit of moisture in them, but the thing that I love about this is you're getting 2 for the price of 1, because not only are you getting this lovely print on your paper, but you will also end up with some perfectly pressed flowers. Who needs a flower press? These have still got moisture in them. I really should have kept going perhaps a little bit longer, but I want you to see the effect, which is beautiful. You know, I could have put more flowers on there, but you do end up with a pressed flower, which you can then use in another project. As I say, these are a little bit moist still. Maybe you need to iron for a little. Oh, look at that, that's beautiful. Okay, so that is my take on eco printing. Short and sweet. There are lots of different flowers that I've picked from my garden. I will continue to try some other ones in a few minutes, but I wanted to keep this as short as possible so you can just see the effects. Okay, hope you enjoy that. Thanks, bye.